Hi here, Finns here. I am back for another video. And come me, Armenia has won Junior Eurovision 2021 in Paris. Melania has done it. Melania? I can never get her name right. Melina. No, it is Malina has done it with her song Come Me. She has won Junior Eurovision 2021. Just won. It was 2 days ago which I'm filming this. But no, she has won it for Armenia. And this is my review of her victory and all the rest of the results right now. Oh my goodness me. Going into Junior Eurovision 2021, she was my personal favourite, my number one, and I'm so glad she won it for Armenia. She so deserved it. After waiting so long for this, her time finally came in 2021, yes! I mean, she so deserved it, you know. When I first listened to this song, I thought, okay, it's good, but it does feel very grown up for Junior. Will this work? How can this work? But you know what? Armenia knows how it can work. You know, they get staging right. That staging, oh, that virtual reality, oh, that red moon, the blood moon, is your blood moon rising? And it did for Melania. This had rice. And by meanings of it having rice, that means you can cook a nice chicken tikka masala, but it's nothing without that rice. This had rice. And, oh my goodness me. That staging was good, the vocals were good, it just had everything. It was so futuristic, yet it just was such a deserved victory for Armenia. And I think it came at a really good time for Armenia, considering, you know, the past year, obviously with the big C that's been going on, but also, you know, what is actually happening in Armenia with another country, and going into war, and then not taking part in the adult Eurovision, withdrawing from Junior Eurovision last year. This came at a good time for Armenia, and I think, you know, they needed this victory. I think they really wanted a victory from Junior, and I know they're really dedicated at this contest. They've done so well over the years in Junior, you know, they've really taken it seriously. So yeah, Yerevan 2022, I mean, it didn't like take just half a day to them announce that we're definitely going to Yerevan. I mean, my concern is about them hosting next year. Would they be physically able to host it next year? What's been going on in Armenia at the moment, but luckily they've wanted it to host Junior Eurovision, and I can see why. They're so dedicated to it, and yeah, I cannot wait to have Junior Eurovision Yerevan at the first time in like 11 or 12 years. You know, it's going to be great. I mean, they put such an effort, and yes, but let's talk about the other results of the night. Poland came second. Miss James, somebody was waiting for you. You know, that was deserved as well. In any other year, that could have won for Poland again, you know. Vocals, oh my goodness, that girl could sing, that girl could perform, and I love Sarah James' personality. She's just got the personality of the year. Oh, such a down-to-earth girl, and such a great attitude and personality to be with. So lovely, so kind, and so funny at the same time. Just a lovely girl, and just so, you know, send her at Adult Eurovision next year. Oh, she's only 14, but send her when she's, you know, aged well, and she's seasoned well, and seasoned well, we're cooking it? No, you know, send her, you know, then Raphael's the Ride. I mean, you've got to really think about, like, what Poland's sending at Adult Eurovision. I mean, like, Raphael's the Ride, are you serious? And then you have Sarah James or somebody at Junior. Is just a kind of a weird contrast. But no, I think, you know, 6 points in it though. Armenia got 224, Poland got 280 points, so it was a really close one, very close, you know, and they were very close on the online vote as well, so, you know, it could have really gone to any other, either one of those, so yeah. Just, yeah, great result overall. And then France came third with 184 points. I think this was a really good host country. I'm so glad they came third. I'd said that the top three would be Armenia, Poland, France. I said it from the beginning, and I got it right in the jury. You know, they put on a show. They really did. That staging, I love that stairways. It was very Broadway and Charleston, and it was such a really strong host country. And it won the jury vote, which I predicted as well, and I think that's deserved. It just, I know France have done quite a lot of happy clappy music at Junior, but it works. It never gets old. It never gets old. I did kind of feel bad for Enzo when he was like the last person to receive his points, and he was so disappointed that he didn't win. He was kind of the John Lennon Junior. But you know what, he should still be proud of the third place result. Hopefully, he's still happy after that, and hopefully he wasn't too disappointed. Let's go quickly down the result. We had Georgia in fourth place with 163 points, which is good. Nice, result for Georgia. I'm glad to see them top of the leaderboard. They take Junior very seriously well. Azerbaijan got one of their best results ever, placing fifth with 151 points. Yeah, it was very much a jury song. She did get quite a low online vote, I remember. I guess it was always going to be a jury song. And yes, now we have this kind of debate with whether Azerbaijan will be in next year's Junior. It's such a shame, because Azerbaijan should really be celebrating. This is their best ever result. You had a good return for Azerbaijan, but I guess they were the ones that really didn't want Armenia to win. I mean, this whole Azerbaijan-Armenia kind of situation is just awful to be in, because you don't want to bag which sides. I mean, how much Armenia was my number one, I also loved Azerbaijan at the same time, and it's kind of think, I just don't like when countries go to war, and it's a tough environment to be around, because you don't want to be biased to one of the countries and then hate the other country, and then you go, you know what, I wish Armenia and Azerbaijan could just get along and then go to each other's countries. It's same to now Russia and Ukraine, it's just an uncomfortable area to talk about. But what I would like to say, there was a video on social media of Sona giving a hug to Melania after the show, and after she won, there were hug, which I think was like the right thing to do, and it was really nice and heartwarming, kind of proving that there are some like Armenians and Azerbaijans, that like each other, and it's going to be this subject's not going to go away. It's going to be a big question mark whether Azerbaijan will be in next year's Junior. If I had to put on a bet on it, I doubt they will go to Armenia next year, which is a shame. I mean, both the juries in both Armenia and Azerbaijan, their juries both Armenia gave 0 to Azerbaijan, vice versa. It's just, I'm like, really? I'm like, it's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate we have to talk about these things. I mean, I just wish like every country just gets along with every other country in these kind of contests, and we don't have to have like countries like not wanting to go to another country because there's history, and it's sad. But nevertheless, this year, well done Azerbaijan for getting one of your best results ever, top 5, very deserved. Ukraine came 6th. With 125 points. Then Russia came 7th. Interesting, Ukraine and Russia next to each other. They're not going to like that. But no, good to see Tanya get a better result than she did in 2019. Especially she's been sick like last week during rehearsal, so I think she really deserved that. Pakistan came 8th, which is their worst ever result. However, 8th is still a great result, nevertheless. I mean, they've only had 3 other entries before this. And you know what? It did grow on me, actually, Pakistan. Actually, they staged it really well and vocally. Okay, I don't think much of the song, but that little guy, Birkener. Oh, he's so cute. He speaks perfect English. He's so adorable, and actually, they are kind of lovely kids, aren't they, really? And the other guy, Armenia, like his earpiece fell out and he could still belt those high notes, so I give credit to him. Yeah, and actually it was really staged nice with all the butterflies, and actually, yeah, I mean it wasn't as terrible as I think most people were feeling it was going to be with Kazakhstan this year. I'm glad they got, at least it wasn't nothing like that national final, and actually it was given a good revamp. And let's quickly go down this list. North Macedonia came 9th with 114 points. I was hoping they would finish a little bit higher, but nevertheless, top 10 finish is still good for North Macedonia. Italy came 10th with 107 points. I thought they would be top 5. I really thought they would stand out. I thought out of the, well, not the 2 rock songs, but the 2 dramatic songs of Italy and Ukraine, I thought Italy was better than Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine's still good, but I thought Italy would get a lot of online votes, and it really didn't. Same with Spain. It's kind of interesting, you know, the online votes this year. And then you had Portugal, came 11th with 101 points. That's just, Portugal's an interesting one. Well, it got its best ever result for Portugal in Junior. Well done, that's nice to see. What's very interesting, Portugal came second to last with the juries, but came 3rd with 92 points with the online votes, which is very interesting. I thought it would be the other way around, you know. I thought the juries would have given it a bit more love. I can understand this song, you know, for the kids isn't a very kiddie song, I guess. You know, when you look at the jury results, seeing France at the top and Portugal near the bottom, you kind of think, well, with some of the kid juries, you know, maybe some of them are kind of like, you know, with Portugal, it's not a very kid song. I mean, you could say Armenia wasn't a very kid song, but it was more of a, at least that's more of a teenage song, and, you know, it had nice staging. I think with Portugal, it was kind of a slow burner. It took you a while to get into the song, and there wasn't a hook. So I can understand maybe some juries penalising you that, but putting it, did it only get 8 points or something with the juries? That's very low. I really didn't expect that low. I mean, and that high for the online votes also surprised me. I know Portugal can do very well with online votes before, but that high though, 3rd place is very surprising. It came out of nowhere, didn't it? Yeah, it's just going to be an interesting one we'll just debate on for years on years. And then you had Malta coming 12th with 97 points, Serbia came 13th with 86 points, Albania came 14th with 84 points, Spain got 77 points and finished 15th, Bulgaria came 16th with 77 points, so that's the same points as Spain got, Germany came 17th with 61 points, Ireland came 18th with 44 points, and Netherlands came 19th from last place with 43 points. So, yeah, let's talk about who finished last. I'm really upset that Netherlands finished last, because I was a bit surprised they finished last, because usually Netherlands do quite well in the online vote, so I was really surprised they finished last in the online vote. 34 points. I was really surprised. I thought, I tried to work this out, why Netherlands did so poorly, and I think maybe it was kind of a basic song, and I think what happened was, with the Netherlands, it was kind of a safe song. It wouldn't be like in your top 3, it might be in your top 10, but of course they changed the online voting this year, and you can only vote for 3 of countries, not like 5 like years before, so maybe that hurt Netherlands a little bit. Like, it wouldn't be your number 1, it wouldn't be in your top 3, it might be in your top 5 or 10, but you know, maybe it was just that safe song that doesn't get the votes, and I guess maybe that's what happened with Anya. I do feel kind of bad, because I actually grew to like it. I like the Japanese theme, I like the staging, I thought it was really nice. Clearly, I think it was a bit too safe of a song, but I actually quite liked it. And I do feel bad for Anya. I mean, she was very happy after the show. I think she gave an interview as well, and you know, she was still smiling, so good for her. And they've all Netherlands won't withdraw. You know, they've already, there's applications for a song festival for next year, so they ain't going anywhere. Ireland came second to last. They came last with the juries. They picked up some points from the online votes, just 1 point ahead of the Netherlands. I thought they would do a bit better, I've got to say. I thought indie pop kind of in this Irish Gaelic sound. What happened to Ireland? I guess maybe some people might have felt it, the song was a bit, I don't know, maybe a bit shouty to some people, I don't know. Maybe, it was him, maybe, I don't know, maybe he was just standing there singing his song and there wasn't much on stage, maybe that could have been a part. You know, it's a shame because it was very different. I guess maybe also running order being in between Russia and Armenia maybe didn't help as well, maybe slightly. But it was very different from the show. I guess it just, it just didn't connect with people, and maybe people thought it was a bit shouty, his vocal was a bit shouty. To some people, not me, but maybe some people at home, or some of the juries clearly, just found it a bit, a bit too much for them. A shame. Germany got their best ever result ever from finishing 17th. Actually, last year they came 12th, but there were only 12 countries. But anyway, I would have loved to see Germany finish a little bit higher. I thought it was a nice opening to the show. I thought it was really nice. But I guess, maybe performing first did actually hurt her a little bit. And I guess maybe it was similar to the Netherlands. It was just that song you wouldn't put in your top 3. And I guess that's kind of what happened. Bulgaria came 16th. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a, we expected that result. I think it's a better song than they're sending an adult Eurovision 2022, is all I'm saying. But I thought it was staged really nicely with the tents and the flags, and and I thought their harmonies were good. I'm glad they didn't finish last. But let's talk about Spain. I mean, what happened to Spain? They finished 15th with 77 points. I'm surprised they have lost their winning streak of finishing in the top 4. I'm surprised they came really low in online votes. Because actually, it really grew on me on the night, and I was thinking, actually, this will probably not finish as high as other Spanish entries in recent years, but I still think they were going to finish on the top 10. But 15th, though, is very low for Spain. That usually does very well in Junior. I think it was just down to the song itself. It was never going to be as big as... It was never up there compared to their recent entries. I mean, it was no Melania or Solera, from years before. I think it was never going to be top 3. It was never going to win. But I'm surprised it finished that low, because I thought the staging really elevated it. And it was in that last run of songs as well, and I thought the running order would help. Clearly, it kind of proves that, when you look at these results, running order doesn't always, being performed last in Junior Eurovision. We have some songs like Spain performed 16th and came 15th. Serbia performed 17th and came 13th. Who else? Netherlands performed 15th, quite a late draw, finished 19th. Portugal performed last, didn't even make the top 10, so, it kind of proves you can perform later on in Junior Eurovision, but, it doesn't mean you're going to get a top 10 finish. And, yeah. Albania came 14th. I want to talk about this one as well. I wanted it to be top 10, but I think on the night what happened was I think she performed that song a lot better. I think it was nerves. I think there was just a part of the song that she got nervous and some of the lines she forgot, and it just vocally just wasn't as strong as before. So I was worried that it wasn't going to score as high as I would have liked. I thought the staging was very good, but I think what happened was memories of Leslie Roy, I think she may have done, for her, maybe did a lot too much on stage, maybe a little bit, and I think that affected her vocals a little bit. I think, yeah, for a kid to do so much on stage, you really have to be a pro to do all that much. So yeah. And yeah, anything else to talk about? Obviously, Netherlands finishing last is... I'm quite upset. I wasn't expecting them finishing last. I thought, it was going to be about between Malta and Serbia, and they finished 12 and 13th. Serbia came 6th in the online vote, which is also quite extraordinary. I guess they got a lot of votes from the Balkans or something like that. Because it seemed like other people's top 19 that year, and Serbia was quite near the bottom, so I am quite surprised, you know. They did so well in the online votes. It's an interesting one. I think staging was nice. I think they only had one camera on. If I'm not mistaken, they only had one camera shot, which was actually quite nice, and I think the staging was very nice. Like, oh, Shiva, and that weird dance. And Malta coming 12th, and I thought that would finish near the bottom, and it didn't. I think actually the staging was quite nice, and the vocals were good, his rap was good. I still think the song is just so, you know, beyond their years. I think lyric-wise they should have changed it. I just think that the love message, you know, about I see the future in your eyes, I think just didn't go away from me. But you know what, they did a really good job with the staging, and you know, they were vocally really good on the night. Yeah, so anyway, who am I to judge? But anyway, that is it for Junior Eurovision 2021, and yes, congratulations Armenia for winning Junior Eurovision 2021. We are heading to Yerevan. Well, it might not be Yerevan, the host city has not been announced, but we are definitely going to Armenia in 2022, which I'm very happy for. Yay! It's nice when the winning country hosts the following year, because you know there was a time where they would do the bidding process and all that, and I think it's nice seeing, you know, all that. Oh, but before I end, let's talk about like France doing a good job. I thought they did a really good job of hosting Junior Eurovision. I thought they had really nice interval acts. I thought Barbara Pravi was really good. Valentina's Christmas song was really good. The Common song was actually really nice. It's good to see the kids. Oh, you know, actually the staging was really good. It was actually in a small arena, but actually it felt big on camera. I thought the opening act was very classy and it was very nice. I thought Clara, my girl Clara, she did actually quite a good job. I thought out of the three hosts she was the best. I thought she did a good job being the green room host. And her English has got a lot better since 2019. It's good to see our girl all grown up. She's doing amazing, Clara. She really is. I'm so proud of her. I'm like a proud brother. But no, apart from that awkward interview with Albania where where they were singing Happy Birthday and she was trying to leave and they kept singing. And their questions about France, about how much do you love about France? And it was like, oh really? But yeah, she did a really good job, and I'm very proud of Clara. She did a really good job, and I'm glad she was host. The other two, the guy was alright, and then you have a woman just speaking in French, and you just don't know what she's saying. It's like, I think there's a meme online of the woman that goes, you know, about speaking French, because none of us knew what she was saying apart from when she was announcing countries. I mean, like, couldn't she, I guess, she's also that woman that goes, you, 2016. She's a meme herself, but yeah, it was just very difficult when she was always speaking in French, and I guess she didn't speak that much English, so it was just kind of difficult with the host in that way, with the language barrier, and especially when they don't put subtitles in and you don't have commentary. It's very hard to say what she's going on about. I mean, but nevertheless, France did a really good job, and I think, you know, they did a really good job, and I really enjoyed everything. And actually, I really like the numbers on the stage, like, you know, with the country where it says Georgia or Armenia, and it says the number 2, number 9, you know, the little things that was nice to see back. And it's good to actually also see, you know, in the green room, like head of delegations, like adults sitting next to the kids, and they all had their own box. Because I think when it comes to voting, it's nice to see people supporting them. Because when I feel like when there's kids just perform, you know, with no dancers and they're on their own, when it comes to the results, they're on their own without anybody else. And I kind of feel quite bad there's no one supporting them. So it was quite nice to see like people like surrounded like with Amira and Olena, as well. That was quite nice. And Sona, who was on her own as well on stage. I think it's very important to have people around you when the results come in. So yeah. In any case, that is it. Junior Eurovision 2021. It's been a great Junior Eurovision, and let's see what Junior Eurovision 2022 will bring us in the following year. Will it be in November? Will we have it again in December? Who knows? We have got to wait and see until then. What did you think of Junior Eurovision 2021? Comment down below in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to the video, and I'll be back for more content very soon. So then, goodbye, people. Goodbye.